The game was as difficult as it may look. We knew that we had to get the game in the 50s to 60s. When somebody's averaging 86 points a game, they can score, and you just have to hope that they don't get on a roll. I thought at times we played very well defensively. I thought at times we got a little lucky. And so those are things we can build upon. But I thought we were able to execute offensively. We had so many people step up tonight, starting with Liv Roberts. To have a double-double with 19 and 10, and probably the biggest shot she hit all night was with I think it was 2:19, 2:20 to go. We're up 7. New Mexico's making that run. They've cut it from 16 to 7. You could feel the energy, and you know when you can shoot threes, you're just a possession or two away from this being a one-point ball game. And Liv's three, I thought, really relaxed us, and now it was able to dictate how we wanted to play the last 2 minutes defensively. I thought for the most part we handled their traps, their pressures fairly well. Biggest part, I thought it was good to see Natalie Baker get off from being what I call the offers, and Natalie made big shots for us when we needed them in that third and fourth quarter. Nothing bigger than the little 6-footer off the baseline. That's as tough a shot as there is in basketball. And then Bailey Cotton, once again, is being Bailey Cotton. She's becoming offensively a really good player. She's knocking down the 15-foot shot, and her defense is very good. And then Taylor Rusk, I think she's 0 for 2 at the start of the half, and she hits 2 big threes for us, goes 3 for 4 in the second half, played with foul trouble, and did exactly what we asked her how to play in the last 3 minutes to keep her in the game. And the same thing with Clara playing in foul trouble.
You know, you hold Boise to 55 on Saturday, or 51, 55 tonight. I mean, back-to-back defensive efforts, probably as good as you guys have done all year.
It really is, and I think it all started last year, where the mentality changed from me and my staff, that we were going back to valuing the basketball and defending. We've carried it over. The team buys into it, and then also with how we like to play offensively helps. But defensively, we have really stepped up. We knew we could not let them get going from 3. That's a dangerous team when they start knocking down 3-point shots, because it just really spreads the floor. They're very aggressive to the basket. So defensively, I'm very proud of this group tonight.
Speaking of that defense, did you get a sense, and the players kind of thought it was, that they got a little frustrated offensively with the way you dig in defensively, and then on offense extend the possessions where they don't maybe like to play?
I think the biggest part of it is when you combine the two, that's who we are. We're going to play this thing 5 minutes at a time, possession by possession. We like to transition, but if nothing's there, we're going to run that clock. And I thought we executed for the most part. We really got out of our motion. They have the ability to switch you 1 through 5, and that just makes it difficult. So we had to change some things up. But all in all, the defensive effort was there tonight. And once again, just enough offense. But I liked how we had so much, the contributions came from everyone tonight. And that's something that we need. And as I said, if you take away Natalie Baker's 9 points, all of a sudden you're going, this is a 2-point ball game. Those are big points for us, and we need every one of them.
You can look at the stat sheet and just see Bailey had a good game, but the things she does outside of the box score is what came away most impressive. And her defense against none, I mean, that was really, really good.
Bailey is, I think, the best defender we have. She can guard the perimeter. She guards inside. She makes good decisions in whether or not to attack a dribbler, whether to stay back, and I think that's very important the way Bailey plays. Now her game's expanding offensively, where you saw she's handling the ball and the pressure, and that makes it a little easier for us to have, once again, another player that can handle the basketball. But Bailey's our best defensive player, and if you noticed, every time Nunn's in the game, so's Bailey Cotton. And so we're just trying to rest Bailey when they had to rest Nunn. And when you take a look at that, that was very important for us to keep Bailey fresh and out of foul trouble.
I guess how hard was it tonight for you guys not to run? It looked like there were times when you're like, just keep it, at a slow pace. I mean, was that a little hard to do?
Yeah, at times. Now, you know, we always say that some players make really good decisions, and sometimes we don't make good decisions. And when I'm up yelling to slow it down, get it back out, I'm thinking about clock, about the possession, everything else. And I know the players like to go sometimes when, you know, there are a couple times we attacked and we're shooting the ball within about 6 or 7 seconds and coming up empty. Now you're giving the best offensive team in our league more possessions. You can't give them more possessions. It's tough enough with what you're doing.
How big was it up 6 at half and then come out on that little 8-2 run? Got the lead at double figures and it seemed like it relaxed your team even more. I
think one of the big things is what I've done since I've been here is the players have to put suggestions on the scoreboard or on the chalkboard. So when I walk in, they usually have 3 or 4 things that they talked about before the coaches showed up. And they're spot on with what they talked about. And one of the things they had was come out in the third quarter, win the first 5 minutes. They knew how important the start of the second half was going to be. And it's just nice when they can talk about it before I show up. And so I think that's the leadership you're seeing from this team.